All right, hello everybody. I got a couple questions about taking documents shared with me or just me creating documents and organizing them. So how do you organize your Google Drive? Well, your Google Drive is set up however you want to set it up. I'm going to just roll through mine for the next 2 or 3 minutes and really show you what I've done. I've created folders for everything. It's kind of like a spider web kind of concept, right? So like if I have something for St. Cloud Middle School, if I have something for just East China School District, if I have something for my MEMSPA, my association, if I have my home stuff, so on and so forth, I can dig deeper and dig down into subfolders of where I organize those things, and therefore they're easy for me to find. All right, so let's just dig a little bit. So as an example, the first one here, and I like to number them sometimes too, just so they're in order of kind of like what I'm working on for that year or month or however it goes. So when you number them in order, obviously numbers go in order. But let's just go with this COVID-19 thing, right? So if I go into the COVID-19 folder, you can see I have St. Cloud Middle School specific stuff. I have all my messages and email communication to parents, staff. I always do it in Google Docs first for spell check and things like that. The district plan, the continuity of learning plan is in there, a lot of other things from the district. I have technology information and then all the information from food distribution. So as you can see, everything in the heading up here is going to be by subfolder. Okay, so let's just click food distribution. I created a folder for food distribution, and here's the information on the closure, and here is the graphic image that I've created, right? All right, so that's in that food distribution folder, and I can simply just click the back button and it goes in the COVID-19 folder and it goes back to my drive. If I go to, as an example, this MEMSPA one, this is Michigan Elementary Middle School Principals Association. I do a lot of Twitter work for them and some consulting. And as you can see, I have 4 folders set up. Okay, so all my MEMSPA chat stuff, all my consultant work, all my board agendas and the articles that I've written for the board or the spotlights for the association, and then all my presentations. Just for the heck of it, let me click presentations really quickly, and you'll see the subfolders break down. So if I click presentations, here's all the presentations I've given from 2014 to 2018. And if I click that, once again, everything's subfolder down. Okay, as you can see, I label them by date. They're a lot easier to find if they're by date. And then you can kind of go from there. So if I take a look at this December 6, 2018 spotlight, then there's all my documents about that spotlight presentation that we've worked on, right? And it even goes deeper and deeper. So that's kind of how I organize my folders and my Google Drive. So anytime something is shared with me, I want to make sure that, well, number one, do I need it? And do I want to know where it's at? Because then I move it into my drive, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. Or anytime I create something, I can create a new document by just going into Google Drive, which is in your Google Suite. I can just click Drive right here. Okay, and it takes me to this. And anytime you make something like a doc, so I can create a Google Doc, I can create a sheet, I can create a slide, I can click more, I can create a Google form. All right, so if I create a Google form, it's going to automatically show up in my drive when I start working on it. Okay, so if I name this as example or um, create a question, right? Question one, let's just say yes. I'm just creating an example. All right. So what's cool about this is it's automatically going to create it in my Google Drive, as you can see down here, right at the bottom here, right? Okay. So it's going to show up in your drive. Well, once it's in my drive, I can decide where I want it to go. And all I need to do is right click and I can move. I can move it to. So let's say this was a Google form that I have in, um, I don't know, my MEMSPA consultant work that I've done with mindful practices in January of 2019. I just click that folder and I can move it right there and it moves. Okay. So I know that, well, okay, if I'm in my drive and I've done that consultant work for mindful practices, I can go to MEMSPA, consultant work, mindful practices. Oh, there's that example. There it is right there. Okay. So that's kind of how you organize your folders. That is how you move some things. If it's in shared with me, it's really simple. If I have this lesson right here and it's in shared with me, all I need to do is click and drag it over to my drive. Okay. I can also right click it and move it as well. I can do right click and I can add a shortcut to my drive. It's the same thing. All right. So I hope that helps. I hope that tutorial gives you an idea about how to create folders and how to move things around. All right. Thank you.